This is how Gregory ends up in the water.
There's a crack I made with my feet. I just jumped. There's a crack I made when I fell on my ass. It's a big crack, but you know it doesn't do anything.
Sounds funny. How much do you weigh, Gregory?
180 and a bit.
I weigh like at least 30 pounds more than that. So this is making me really nervous. This is without a doubt one of the dumbest things I've done in a while.
There we go.
And I would not have done this if it weren't for the fact that I just saw him who's throwing a rock out here, which
That's not a rock.
that's
frozen dirt.
Frozen dirt. So now I'm standing out on the middle of the pond. Look at that. That's not where you jumped, is it, Gregory? I think that's where I threw.
No, you already passed where I jumped.
Yeah, so I can hear everything on the sides creaking with almost every step that I'm taking. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm trying really hard not to have my legs shaking right now. I am a chicken. Gregory is far braver than I am. Just waiting to see if he'll fall on his butt again. I don't know if I want both of us out there at the same time. Although I'm sure it can probably take it.
See, there's a big old crack running right along here. Because I jumped on here. It spider webs a bit, but
I'm waiting for you to go right through. I would laugh.
honestly, we could probably take a little bike on here and it'd be fine.
I wouldn't want to do that.
No, wait till the next big freeze after all these cracks are gone.
Yeah, but
Just
you know
in
it's
case.
supposed to get up to the mid-30s tomorrow, so it might start to melt.
Yeah, well, it's gonna happen again. Winter has really only just started.
Yes, it's cold. And Gregory goes straight through the ice and plunges into probably only 2 feet of water,
If that.
if that.
Most likely not.
It's very cold.
Oh no.
What?
Your ankles might get wet.
Yeah, really. My feet would. It's not a short walk back to the house, Gregory. I would very much prefer to not get wet. You can actually see water through here.
You need to relax a bit. Try not to die by icy death, but don't be terrified of icy death.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
There's a leak completely encased in ice. I love that.
I think right here,
Fish didn't have enough energy to
let's see,
gone.
just kind of, this part's the lowest part of the pond. Like literally, like elevation wise, all the water comes right here. So this part actually froze last.
Did you see the stuff?
All right, because my phone died yesterday, I didn't really have a good spot to leave off my video. Yeah, I don't know if you see that. That's water. Now, seeping up, probably because I'm walking around on the outer edge of it. It's a lot more solid right over here. This part is all in the shade. You can look and you can see all the trees that are constantly shading this area. Even with the sun high overhead, this particular part does not get a ton of sun. So no matter what happens, this part was never going to get that much warmer. Even though it's above freezing right now, I'm still able to walk on this part of the ice with relative safety. Although you can see, maybe not, trying to put right pressure. Yeah, there's still water underneath there. It is not frozen all the way to the bottom. It's just frozen enough that it's somewhat safe to walk on, at least on the outside part of it. You can actually see all of that. That's just wet top layer of ice that's melted. This is nothing special for a lot of people who live further north, but for me, this is still pretty unique. I'm gonna fall in. It's gonna be awful. I've never lived in a place where gets this cold, or where we've had a pond that was small enough in area that it would actually freeze over. It makes me wish that I had like ice skates or something that I could actually go out and skate on, and it really makes me wish that I lived in some place that was even colder than this. I'm gonna slip and fall and bust my head. It's gonna be hilarious because I'm gonna get it on camera. I've never lived in a place where we've had a pond that can get frozen like this, so it's really cool. I kind of wish that I lived in a place where it was even colder, where this would happen more often, just because it's good fun, I guess. I don't know, it's just different. Maybe it's just a novelty. Maybe if I actually lived in a place that was colder, the novelty would wear off, but you know, it's pretty neat. It is pretty cool. It'd be even cooler if the pond hadn't drained. Normally it's right up to about that level. You see our appropriated no wake sign. The water is usually, during the summer, the water is a lot higher. I think we've got about maybe a foot. You can actually see the lines from here to about there. That's about 1.5 feet, and then the water itself goes down probably another foot. So the water level is about 2 feet or so lower than it is at full till, I guess would be what you would call it. We've got runoff right there. So all of the water from this field that we have out front, every bit of water that gets collected there runs down to this little berm and then goes through that cut through and helps fill the pond. But after midsummer, give or take, it just stops raining. We haven't actually had a really, really good rain more than I think once in the last 2 or 3 months. So the pond drains, and then you just get this little bit that's left over. The area, I think, if it was actually up to full till, I'd be standing in it right now. It would come up to about here. I mean, I don't know if it would freeze correctly or thick enough for you to walk on if it was that full, but you'd probably have about twice the overall ice area or square footage, which would be really, really cool and actually would make it potentially worthwhile to get skates. It's probably going to freeze again tonight. I don't think it's supposed to get warmer than it already is. I just wanted to come back out here and have a good point to actually finish off this video, trying to get into the habit of actually making videos again because it's fun and it gives me something to do besides writing. I already did a good amount of writing today, I've got a lot more that I've got to do tonight. I'm getting really close to hitting a huge milestone in my manuscript. I have almost eclipsed 100,000 words, which is about 5 times longer than my previous attempt at writing a novel. So it's about halfway through. But if I average about 3,000 words throughout January, I should be able to finish the first draft by the end of the month. And then it's revisions and off to the publisher it goes, where hopefully it'll get published. But, you know, I've got to find something else that'll keep me sane in the meantime. But I guess that's all for now, and I don't really have a good way of signing off, so I will see whoever happens to watch this video next time.